Good afternoon. Welcome to Islander EI, last talk of the day. You are here to see reverse engineering WhatsApp, encryption for chat manipulation, and more with Oded Benunu and Roman Zakian. Couple of housekeeping things before we start. There is a welcome reception at 5:30 tonight on level 2, and also the Pony Awards in Lagoon, JK&L at 6:30. And without any further announcements, here are the stars of the show.
Hello everyone, what's up? How was your day? Good? Cool. So my name is Oded, this is Roman. Let's start. So today we will talk about reverse engineering WhatsApp, and we will take you like behind the scene. We have here very nice live demo that we will introduce to you, and we'll do it with you at the end of this talk. We hope that everything will work. If not, we'll manage that. So why we will talk about WhatsApp? So first of all, let's understand numbers, like on everything in life. WhatsApp is not just an application. WhatsApp is an infrastructure. It's an infrastructure of more than 1.5 billion users, more than 56 billion messages per day, more than 1 billion groups in this platform. This is huge infrastructure. So in 2018, we started to get intelligent, and we started to get some kind of introduction, or we saw some magazines that started to report that WhatsApp is a valid evidence on court, meaning that you can be charged by judge if they found you some kind of evidence on the social or instance messaging. And then we started to hear that there were casualties by fake news that was distributed by WhatsApp. And we all remember after the election in the United States about the hype of fake news and the impact of it. So that was our main incentive to start and to understand how this infrastructure that serves so much people can be manipulated. And let's understand also the business logic of this application, meaning that if all of you will shut down the phone for like 2 or 3 hours and then open it, I guess you will have dozens of messages on WhatsApp or any instance messaging. This means that the manipulation can be done easily because you cannot track all the messages. We are living in an era that we are getting instance messaging all the time messaging. Message that was arrived this morning or last night is not relevant anymore. It's boring. We are getting so much messages, and this is why this is infrastructure that can create fraud and manipulation. So let's understand a little bit about how WhatsApp works. So WhatsApp web, everything on WhatsApp, the backend of WhatsApp is the phone. Meaning that if the phone is not connected and you are working with the WhatsApp web, nothing will work. Till the phone will be active, that is the only key to make sure everything in the flow is working. So WhatsApp is using 2 methods for encryption and communication, and let's discuss about it. For encryption, they are using Open Whisper system that provided Signal. They started the project in 2014. In 2016, they finished the integration into the platform. And with the communication, they are using Protobuf, which is like serialization structure. It's meaning that it's taking like XML, JSON, or any kind of data structure and make it very fast and sufficient for this application. So the big question is, someone can decrypt the traffic? So the answer is no, meaning that the end-to-end encryption is really working. If I manage to sniff the communication, not on one of the peers, so I can't decrypt it. But I can't start to manipulate the application if I'm starting to play on my side. Meaning that the malicious user, if he can decrypt his own connection, then he can control the data of the application, and then we will show you how it's been done, and we'll go deep down into the protocols. So how it began. So first of all, you are getting a QR code. Yeah. So this QR code is generating public and private keys. This is how the public and private keys are look like. Also, WhatsApp is using elliptic curve cryptography. It's called, and there is no patent on this cryptography, and this one is considered very, very fast, and it's like based on DFL1, and this is like the library that makes all the encryption or the cryptography keys on WhatsApp platform. This section is the beginning. This is the beginning of using the private and the public keys to start decrypt. And then what we are seeing is that we are seeing a secret. After the QR code, we are seeing secret of 144 bytes, which is received on the WebSockets of the application. And the secret contains like encryption parameter to help decrypt the message. So now I will hand over to Roman that we will a little bit enter to the self-secret and the self-search secret and how this whole manipulation is working.
Thanks, Oded. So hi, everyone. So on the WebSocket, when we scan the QR code, we will receive the secret, which is 144 bytes. This shared secret contains 3 parameters. I will start with the first one, which is the shared secret. So in order to get this shared secret, we have to divide the parameter T, which is the secret in this situation. We will divide it to 2 parameters here. The end parameter is the first 32 bytes. This is actually the shared secret. And we have the parameter A, which is the data part of the secret. Then we will use the eShared secret function on the shared secret and the private key to perform extract and expand function, which will expand our shared secret to 80 bytes, by using the HKDF function, which is a simple HMAC key derivation function. So this expanded shared secret contains the private key and the shared secret. And this expanded shared secret also contains 3 parameters. The first 32 bytes is the AS key, then we have the HMAC of the expanded shared secret, and then we have another data part, which I will explain in this presentation. So let's start from the beginning. When we will dive in the expanded shared secret and divide it, the first 32 bytes will be the AS key, as I told you before. The next 32 bytes will be the HMAC. This is the HMAC of the expanded shared secret. And the last 16 bytes will be the data part. We also have another parameter here, which is S. It's the concatenation between the shared secret and the data part of the real secret. Then we will have to check the HMAC from the expanded shared secret and to check if it's matched to the HMAC from the secret itself. So in order to do that, we will use the R parameter, which is the HMAC from the expanded shared secret, and insert into the function HMAC SHA-256. Then we have to assign the S parameter, which is the shared secret and the data part. The result of these functions will give us the parameter N, which is now the computed HMAC of the expanded shared secret, and we have to compare that to the parameter R, which is the HMAC of the secret. So WhatsApp did all this cryptography in order to verify the private key. Because as I told you before, the expanded shared secret, it was driven by the shared secret and the private key. So if during this process the private key changed, then those HMAC will be different, and you will not be able to proceed with the cryptography and get the actual key for the conversation itself. So this is why WhatsApp performs these functions. So after we check those HMAC functions, we will go to the last cryptography function here. It's the AES CBC decrypt. This function takes the data part from the expanded shared secret and concatenate it to the data part from the secret. Then it uses the AES key from the expanded shared secret, which is the first 32 bytes, and decrypt the data part. After we will decrypt this data part, we will receive the last keys. We will receive the AES key of the whole communication itself. So we will use this AES key. We will be able to decrypt the messages. And we will have the HMAC to verify if the messages originated to us or we received it by mistake somehow, and then we have to drop it. So long story short, first we have our parameters. We have the secret. It's 144 bytes. It contains the 3 parameters that I told you before. We have the private key. We have the public key. We have the shared secret, the expanded shared secret, the AES key, and the HMAC key. So first we took the private and public key from WhatsApp Web. We put it inside the elliptic curve, and we initiated our private public key to be the same as the public and private key from WhatsApp Web. Then we got the shared secret from the secret parameter. We expanded by using the HKDF. We checked that the HMAC from the expanded shared secret is equal to the HMAC from the secret parameter. And then we decrypted the data parts, and we received the AES key of the whole communication. And now by using this AES key, we will be able to decrypt messages. So after we got all the parameters and we decrypted the message, we saw this structure. As you can see here, this is actually the protobuf, which I told you before. WhatsApp sending the data. It's actually a protobuf that encrypted by using the AES, which sent on the WebSocket. So they use the WebSocket, they encrypt the data with AES and send the JSONs inside protobufs. So in order to decrypt the protobuf, we don't need to decrypt it, we just have to deserialize it, right? So we dive in the WhatsApp code and we try to find where WhatsApp declared their protobuf. And after we found it in the app file, we created our own protobuf file, which look like this. This is just the part of our file. So by using this structure, now we were able to deserialize the protobuf, and we got the JSON. So after we got this JSON, we can see all the parameters that actually sent when you receive a WhatsApp message. And from here, we created our barbsuit extension. By using our barbsuit extension, we were able to manipulate the message on the fly.
So the key here was to break the encryption and start to see the properties of the message. Now we can see it on clear. After we managed to crack or understand the encryption on the local side, as I said. And this allows us now to start to manipulate the parameter on the fly and start to see what's going on.
Okay, so after we created our barbsuit extension, in order to use this extension, first you have to take the public and private key from WhatsApp Web, and you have to take the secret from the WebSocket. This is the 2 parameters that you need in order to decrypt all the data, right? Because the secret is the initiator of all those cryptographic functions, the shared secret, and everything that we told you before. We inserted this data in our tool that we created. As you can see, the first line is the secret, the second line is the private key, and the third one is the public key. And by using that, we will be able to decrypt the messages. And this is how a message actually looks like. When you receive a message, the beginning of the message is the message reference ID, which is stored inside the mobile SQLite database. And then you have a separator, and then you have the encrypted data. So if you take the data as is and move it to our tool, you will see all the JSON parameters, which is the following one. First, you have the conversation. The conversation, this is the actual content which is sent. If we will manipulate the content and change it to something else and reply to it, you will actually spoof the message. Then you have the participant. The participant is who sent the message. So if you will change the participant, it will appear like somebody else sent the message. Then you have the from me parameter, which is interesting. If you on a personal chat with somebody, you don't have the participant there. You have just the remojid and the from me parameter. So actually WhatsApp don't really know who sent the data. And it's look only the from me parameter. If the from me parameter is true, you send the message. If the from me parameter is false, the guy you're speaking with, he sent the message. So you can speak to yourself and just change the parameter from true to false, and it will appear like he's sending you messages.
Legit.
Yeah, and you have the remojid. The remojid parameter is the group on or the content you're sending the message to. And another parameter, the last one, this is the ID of the message. You also, if you try to spoof messages and things like this, you have to change that because it's stored inside the database of the mobile phone. So this is for the incoming traffic. It's easy to decrypt incoming traffic because you have your own private key and you can decrypt the traffic. But if you try to decrypt traffic which is sent to somebody else, you actually can decrypt it. So if you will send the data and catch it inside your barb suit, for example, you will not be able to decrypt the data because you don't have the private key of the originated of the person you're sending the message to. So in order to decrypt outgoing traffic, we had to catch the protobuf a second before it goes inside the AES-CBC encrypt, because after the AES-CBC encrypt, you will not be able to decrypt it. So 1 second before, you can just grab the protobuf data. This byte is actually the protobuf, put it inside our key in the protobuf format, and this is just a list, and decrypt this data. And again, change all the conversation, participant, the remoji, the from me parameter, and by changing those parameters, you will affect the actual chat. So now we will go to demos.
Yeah, okay, so we will do it quickly first, like just I'm explaining to you what we are going to do. So we found like 3 manipulations following the research. First manipulation is that you can do a fake reply from someone in the group, like quoting someone and changes like data. Second is like manipulation sorry, the first one was in one-on-one, the second one was in a group. You can fake someone that is not in the group, and you can also quote someone and changes data. The third manipulation that was fixed by WhatsApp, by the way, was a cool one. You could send in a group a specific message to one peer in a group, and the peer will see that all the group is seeing it, and once you will reply to it, all the group will see everything. So you can trigger chaos like easily. This is not so much interesting. So now let's do the demo live. So be patient with us. It should work easily. So yeah, so in the demo, we will create a story that someone killed Bob Sponge. And they're trying to manipulate and to blame Patrick, which is me. So now we are in a group, all of us. Yeah. No internet? No? Huh? Okay. We will do that, don't worry. It will work. Okay. It's extended, so you don't see it, okay? Just, yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So, when you're ready, let me know, okay? Let's see that we don't lost the keys. Okay, so this is mine, okay. Okay, so now, we are manipulating. And now they will send me a message saying, okay, Patrick, it is true you killed SpongeBob? And I will say, no, that's not me. And then, remember this message that I said, it's not me. This message will manipulate, and you will see, And now they will try to tell me, okay, please confess, it's you did that, etc., etc., but really it was not me. And then okay, so what we will do now is that we will manipulate it, the message, to try to blame me. This is the extension on the fly. This is live. We're taking the data, and now we will try to decrypt it. We change some parameters. Encrypted back, decrypted back. And then I still don't see the message, and then go to the, and then you will see in my phone or in other phone that Patrick, go back, Patrick is actually saying, it is me. I'm sorry. Thank you. Well done, Roman. You are cool. Anyway, so now think about on the business logic of WhatsApp that you get dozens of messages, groups with 100 people, groups from school, group from kindergarten, and we didn't show you like all the demos. We can like now start to add like people that's not in the group. We can send messages from Donald Trump or from, I don't know, anyone that we want that will enter to the group, and people will see it. So think about like the integrity, or if you see this kind of messages, it can like, you don't know how to deal with that. A regular user don't know how to deal with that. And as I said, there were cases around the world that fake news was distributed, manipulation was done, there was casualties, and we decided to research it and uncover and see if really this can be manipulated. So we are actually done, and we are really, really thank you for coming. Have a great day. Enjoy Vegas. Thank you.
Thanks.